Joshua was going to connect with a bomb.
Yeah.
And breaks his jaw in 2 places.
Yeah. And
his jaw's wired shut now. He lost teeth.
He's probably cooked. He should retire, man. That was a clear
retire?
Check. Hell yeah. That was a clear reality check, bro.
Yeah, but it's a reality check to stay in your own division or...
He was literally running. Look at some of those rounds. He was running. He was going north to south, not side to side. He was running.
Joe Rogan strongly urges Jake Paul to step away from boxing following his brutal knockout loss to Anthony Joshua, warning that continuing on this path is extremely dangerous. He explains that the damage from fights like this doesn't end when the bell rings. It can follow a fighter for life, affecting memory, mental health, and emotional stability. Rogan cautions that repeated trauma often leads to long-term depression and serious neurological issues, emphasizing that no amount of money or fame is worth sacrificing lifelong health.
A severe brain imbalance that's going to lead you to addiction. It leads so many people to impulsive behavior. So many people become gambling addicts, drug addicts, alcoholics after their fighting career.
Yeah.
It's you could only take so much. And at a certain, like that one that he got from Joshua, say if you have like a punch card, you have like so many punches that you can get in your life, which I believe you do. I believe there's a certain number. That one was like 10 punches.
Yeah.
That was like, it was a lot of concussions in that one punch.
Sure.
That was real damage. Like if someone's breaking your jaw in 2 places, the inside of your fucking head there's a lot of damage going on in there.
Psychologist Derek Van Schaik explains that Jake Paul was exposed to extreme danger during his fight with Anthony Joshua. The volume and precision of Joshua's punches, including a clean right hand that fractured Jake's lower jaw in 2 places, created a situation that could have been catastrophic. In the final moments, Jake's body language conveyed fear and total exhaustion as he began to grasp the seriousness of what he was facing. Trapped and vulnerable, his expressions reflected shock at encountering a level of power he had never experienced before. Van Schaik emphasizes that punishment of this magnitude is not only physically damaging, but can also result in long-term psychological and neurological consequences. The fight made it clear that Jake was overmatched, and continued competition against elite boxers could pose a serious threat to his health and safety. Experts widely agree that after sustaining such trauma, retirement represents the most responsible and necessary decision for his long-term well-being.
To limit the number of punches he threw and also aim a little lower to land that clean right-hand punch on the side of Jake's face, which fractured his lower jaw, still hospitalizing Jake Paul, but not actually killing him.
If Anthony Joshua won, Anthony killed this guy. Rolls-Royce, Fiat.
The variety of emotions we see in the final moments of the fight are fascinating. AJ finally corners Jake, hits him with a quick left-hand jab to the body, which lowers his guard, opening up a clean right-hand shot to the head. You can see AJ smile there when he sees Jake had fallen into his trap and knows that he's about to finish him off.
And then you just keep exploiting that. Some people give up, some people get knocked out.
Jake's body language and facial expressions when he knows it's all over for him is a little sad as he whimpers in the corner with that scared, nauseous look on his face, realizing this may be his final moment on Earth.
If I get hit with that shot, I'm screwed. I don't believe he's gonna hit me with those shots.
You gonna hit him with that
100%, and land that right hand that he says is my only weapon.
If you look at Jake's eyes and face, he's pleading for mercy to AJ as if he's a child. Please don't do this.
Some people get knocked out.
It's actually quite surreal that the moment many of us were concerned what happened to Jake actually happened in real life.
If Jake Paul is left, up against the ropes with Anthony Joshua, unloading on him, could be the end for him, literally. It could be his last day on earth.
Jake Paul was helplessly exhausted, badly beaten, and cornered where AJ could have unloaded a flurry of clean punches on Jake. When he takes that clean right shot from AJ, breaking his jaw in 2 places, and then falls to the ground.
And his chin served on a platter, and look at Jake Paul's face. He knew it right away. He said, woo!
Some wondered why Jake had that emotion of excitement. Do you know why? When he was cornered by AJ, Jake's amygdala detected extreme threat.
The boxing world responds forcefully, declaring that Jake Paul has been fully exposed and should retire immediately. His bout with Anthony Joshua is widely viewed as a harsh reality check, proving he is outmatched at the elite level. Analysts and fans alike note that the knockout and sustained punishment highlight the serious physical and mental risks of continuing. Many argue that stepping away now is the smartest decision to protect his health and future.
He probably cooked. He should retire, man. That was a clear
retire?
Check. Hell yeah, that was a clear reality check, bro.
Yeah, but it's a reality check to stay in your own division or, you know, don't jump in class so far up. Not retirement. He ain't get slept. Like, you don't give him no respect for that?
Hell no. Gang.
What?
I'm saying, look at his list. It's all high-level boxer. And you seen what just happened when he stepped up to a legit boxer? He got cooked. He got to retire, man. He either got to retire or start fucking with these misfits boxer dudes. He ain't gonna make it with that kind of skill level, man.
Netflix ain't gonna take a misfits type of fighter, bro. He's on a different level.
Facing a larger, taller opponent, Jake Paul repeatedly dropped to one knee, placing himself at serious risk of injury. Each fall exposed him to potential ligament damage, similar to what Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. suffered against Sergio Martinez, damage that permanently altered his career. Beyond the fractured jaw, Jake's repeated collapses under Joshua's 260-pound frame drained enormous energy as he struggled to rise again and again. Analysts note he hit the canvas at least a dozen times, exposing poor strategy and sloppy technique. His pre-fight claims of knocking out Joshua only underscored the gap between hype and reality. Fans and experts agree that, despite heavy promotion, his performance showed he was overmatched, overextended, and physically exposed. Clear evidence that continuing at this level is reckless and dangerous.
You're in there with a bigger, taller person, so keep taking the knee. First of all, your knee, you can get ligament damage. Remember when Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was losing every round to Sergio Martinez, and then Martinez fell to the ground kind of weird? He messed up his knee. He was never the same fighter. So you got a broken jaw, but you could have tore ligaments in your knee by having a 260-pound man, fall on top of you because you keep making it sloppy and falling around and spilling about. And even if you don't like rupture something or tear a ligament or whatever, it's not really much better than someone leaning on you. Do you know how much energy you exert by having to be like 220 pounds or whatever, 216, and keep picking yourself back up? Like, I seen a thing, I didn't count myself, but it said there were 12 or 13, maybe 14 times that Jake Paul was on the canvas. Horrible strategy. And Netflix, I don't even see how they would like that. And for me, this generation they're chopped, bro. Jake Paul did all this, and y'all want me to give a bunch of credit. Jake Paul did all this talking about Joshua getting knocked out. You did whatever to sell the fight, but you didn't make good. That doesn't make you look good when you talk crazy and talk spicy, and then you have no intentions of fulfilling that. And then you got the Jake Paul fans and the Andrew Tate fans, because they lost kind of back to back, where they're trying their hardest to turn this into some inspirational story. Like, oh, as long as you try, it doesn't matter. No. Andrew Tate said, what do you call someone who loses? A loser.
Joe Rogan emphasizes that Jake Paul had never faced an opponent like Anthony Joshua or absorbed that level of force. After stepping into the ring with him, Jake's body endured power it had never experienced before. The devastating punch that fractured his jaw in 2 places likely caused serious internal trauma, potentially impacting his brain. Rogan stresses that this is more than a physical injury. It is a stark warning about the dangers of facing elite fighters with consequences that can last long after the fight ends.